A routine flight turned into a defining moment for one black CEO when he was blatantly denied service by a flight crew, only for executive leadership to step in minutes later with a decisive response that shocked every passenger on board. What followed became a powerful lesson in accountability, dignity, and true leadership. The flight had barely reached cruising altitude when the tension began to build. Marcus Ellison, a respected black CEO known for his quiet leadership and transformative work in the tech sector, had settled into his seat with the same expectations as any other passenger: safety, service, and a peaceful journey. Yet within minutes, it became clear that the lead flight attendant had other plans. When Marcus politely requested a glass of water, she responded curtly, as though he were inconveniencing her. The interaction was sharp enough that the passengers in nearby rows exchanged glances. When a second request, this time for a blanket, was met not only with refusal but with an accusation that he was already being difficult, the cabin fell silent. A murmur rippled through the aisle as people realized they were witnessing something deeply unsettling. Marcus, composed but visibly taken aback, calmly asked to speak with the cabin manager. Instead of addressing the issue professionally, the attendant doubled down, insisting that he was creating a disturbance, and that she would note this in her report. A corporate jet executive, in the row ahead, discreetly unbuckled and stepped aside, giving Marcus space to get up without escalating the moment. As he walked toward the front of the aircraft to ask again, quietly, respectfully, for someone else to intervene, the denial of service had already become a glaring symbol not just of bad customer care but of bias. Several passengers began recording, whispering to one another as the situation grew increasingly uncomfortable. Marcus never raised his voice. He never matched the hostility directed at him. Instead, he maintained a professional calm that heightened the contrast between his behavior and the unwarranted treatment he was receiving. But what no one on board yet knew was that leadership at the airline, alerted through a series of messages from passengers who recognized Marcus and understood the gravity of what was happening, was already moving swiftly. By the time Marcus returned to his seat, the aircraft's Wi-Fi had become a conduit of outrage, sending the incident up the chain of command faster than turbulence could shake the cabin. Within minutes, a message pinged through the crew's internal device, calling for an immediate conversation with the cockpit. Passengers exchanged expectant looks. Something was shifting. Everyone could feel it. The shift became visible moments later when the captain made an unexpected announcement requesting everyone remain seated while an operational matter was addressed. Confusion gave way to astonishment as two uniformed airline leaders boarded the aircraft, having intercepted the plane during its brief scheduled stopover before takeoff. Without hesitation, they requested the lead attendant step forward. Her expression faltered as the cabin grew eerily hushed, every pair of eyes trained on the unfolding scene. Marcus remained still, his hands folded, watching the moment with the same controlled composure he had maintained throughout the ordeal. The two leaders spoke quietly to the attendant, their faces firm, their voices low but unmistakably authoritative. Passengers could hear only fragments. Protocol breach, conduct, investigation, yet the meaning was unmistakable. Moments later, the attendant was escorted off the aircraft, followed by two additional members of the crew who had failed to intervene appropriately. A wave of disbelief swept through the cabin. Never had most passengers witnessed such swift corrective action mid-flight. The captain apologized to everyone on behalf of the airline, but then turned directly to Marcus with a simple, sincere acknowledgement. "Sir, you were not treated with the dignity every passenger deserves. We take responsibility." The weight of the apology settled heavily, not as a hollow corporate gesture but as a genuine recognition of wrongdoing. Passengers around Marcus nodded, some offering quiet words of support. A new crew boarded promptly, professionals who greeted every passenger with warmth and attentiveness. The energy of the cabin shifted almost instantly, as though a storm had passed and left clarity in its wake. Marcus thanked the captain respectfully but did not make a scene. His calm dignity made a powerful statement all on its own. For many on board, the decisive action taken by leadership served as a reminder that confronting discrimination isn't simply about identifying wrongs. It's about being willing to correct them in real time, visibly and unequivocally. As the new crew prepared the cabin for departure, a woman across the aisle leaned toward Marcus and said quietly, "Thank you for handling that with such grace. You changed the outcome for all of us." He smiled, nodding modestly, knowing the moment was bigger than him. The flight finally ascended, carrying with it not only passengers heading toward their destinations, but a shared understanding of what it looks like when leadership refuses to hide behind policies or delays, and instead acts with integrity when it matters most. As the aircraft settled into its journey, Marcus reflected on what had transpired, not as a moment of personal vindication, but as a broader demonstration of accountability in action. The injustice was clear, the response swift, and the implications meaningful. Leadership had shown that protecting the dignity of every customer wasn't merely a slogan. It required deliberate decisions, uncomfortable corrections, and a willingness to confront misconduct without hesitation. For many passengers, the incident affirmed something they rarely witnessed in real time: the idea that corporate responsibility isn't measured by the absence of mistakes but by the willingness to correct them transparently and decisively. The new crew provided attentive service, ensuring every passenger felt acknowledged, including Marcus, though he neither sought nor demanded special treatment. Instead, he used the time to reflect on the many individuals in far less visible positions who endure similar dismissals without any intervention, who go unacknowledged and unsupported. The experience was heavy, but it also became a reminder of why leadership, real leadership, matters at every level of an organization. It sets the tone. It defines the culture. It determines whether harm is overlooked or addressed. When the plane touched down hours later, several passengers thanked Marcus personally, recognizing that his composed response had played a key role in how the situation unfolded. He offered a polite smile each time, knowing the event would likely spark discussions long after the plane had landed. And perhaps, he hoped, those discussions would lead to a broader awareness of how subtle bias can manifest, how silence enables it, and how decisive action can shut it down. The moment wasn't about punishment, it was about principle. And today, principle had prevailed. If stories like this resonate with you, moments where courage, leadership, and accountability converge, make sure you stay connected. Share this story, spark the conversation, and help push for the kind of leadership we need in every industry. Follow for more narratives that highlight dignity, resilience, and the power of stepping up when it matters.